Hi everyone, hope you're all doing well, and today, due to popular demand, we're going to talk about S4 Capital. So we're going to go through what's gone on with the company, the share price, why the drop's happening, and everything like that. So yeah, we'll take a look at that today. Just to let you know, I am currently filming this at 8 AM today, and I have a very busy day. I'm currently busy till like 9 o'clock tonight, so at some point during the day I'm going to try edit it, upload it and get it up for you guys. I don't know what point that will be when you see this, but I thought I'd just take that into consideration, that my timescale of like uploading this, edit it, if any news kind of time sensitive, if any news kind of comes out and anything like that, I thought I'd just make that really clear for you guys at the start of this video. But we'll go through what I know at the moment as of today, Thursday, 8 AM, and go through everything like this. And I'm also going to add in, there was quite a few people yesterday asking about S4 Capital. You've got to remember that it does take me quite a while to film these, edit these and upload them. So when I posted the video yesterday, there was a few people going, oh, S4 Capital is down 30% and why are you not talking about it? Well, the reason why is because just because I put a video out, in the next 10 minutes I cannot get around to filming, doing the research and uploading the video straight after and uploading that video. If you want more instant updates about my thoughts on things, we were talking about this yesterday on the Discord, on the Patreon, so if you do want to join that, link is in the description. We'll talk about S4 Capital and what my plan is, and if I'm buying S4 Capital a lot sooner on there. So that's where you need to be if you want more instant updates. Now getting on to the actual share price action. So currently recording this video, the share price is down 30%. Yesterday it had a massive dip towards the close when the RNS came out talking about what basically caused the dip. Today the stock has opened up quite high, it jumped about 10%, and it's just starting to dip down right now as recording this video. So I'm not exactly know where the share price will be, but that's the current share price action, and it looks like it's going to hold somewhere down 30% down from yesterday. Now what is the cause of that? Well, what happened is S4 came out and said there is going to be a delay to their earnings, and it was actually supposed to be today they were supposed to release their earnings, but yesterday they came out and said that they are going to have to delay posting their earnings as the auditor has not signed them off. So there's no problem here with the actual company's financials. It looks like the company's financials, this is the second time happening, so the financials have been ready for a long period of time, and S4 Capital have come out and said from the financial point of view, everything's trading in line, and currently through the start of this year, everything's been quite strong. So everything's positive with the financials. The whole problem is the auditor has not signed off these earnings, and that's why they have not been posted at the moment. And they came out to say that the auditor did not let them know until 2:30 yesterday that they were not able to sign off the accounts in time, and that's why the delay was so close to the actual posting of these earnings. Now the auditor itself just said that this is due to a lot of staffing shortages, a lot of CV incidents at the workplace, and that is why they currently aren't able to sign off their accounts. Now because it was such a broad reason that was given, and also the second time that this was given, this led to a lot of speculation all over the place about what is actually going on. And the first thing when accounts aren't signed off by the auditor is the natural reaction is to go, oh, there's something to do with fraud here, these numbers aren't right. And I saw that in quite a few places. That was the first thing you started hearing is, oh, these accounts aren't right, there's fraud, the numbers aren't right. And a lot of the allocations, the speculation, which is natural when there's not really that much detail and confirmation, is a lot of it to do is because S4 Capital have made a lot of acquisitions, is that one of their acquisitions, the numbers aren't correct, and that's what the auditor is going back and forth with S4 Capital with. Now, I thought, okay, rather than speculating, rather than jumping straight to what could be the situation, I looked at the facts and I looked at what the auditor said. They said that the delay was caused because of a lot of staffing issues with the company. And I thought, well, if that's the case, PwC, who are currently the auditors for S4 Capital, if that's the case, surely there's plenty of other companies that they work for that are having their earnings not signed off by the auditor. And after a bit of a quick research, I found there was actually plenty of companies that are not having their accounts signed off by the auditor because of staffing issues as well. So that links up with what is being posted here, that the auditor is having a lot of staffing issues. One of the companies was a UK company called Vistry, the house builder. They actually had to delay their earnings because of the same auditor issue, and there was plenty more out there as well that were having the same issue. So when we actually don't speculate and we actually go to the fact side of it, it links up. It does link up that the auditor is having problems because there's other UK companies having exactly the same issues, and that is fact, not making things up. Now, you do always have to take that consideration, what if, and you do always have to be a little bit careful about that, but that's speculating, and I'm actually going off the facts here, and the facts is this is also happening in other companies by this auditor, which makes me calm down a huge amount and kind of gets me not worried about, okay, is there actually some problems going on with here? So yeah, that seems to completely link up. So for me, I don't have too much worry at the moment with S4 Capital and any kind of fraud allegations that are out there. These are the 3 points that I am going to take away from this though, and the first one is the confirmed date. I'm not sure where this kind of happened. It wasn't clear with the RNS update yesterday, but obviously at some point someone scheduled their earnings for today and they haven't been met. So I want to know, was that S4 Capital scheduling a date before PwC even confirmed that, okay, these results are fine? Or did PwC go, okay, by Thursday on the 31st of March, we'll have your accounts done by then, and then they turned around and then went, oh, actually we don't have them ready. That's what I want to know. I want to know, what was S4 Capital choosing the date before the accounts were confirmed, which I'm looking at S4 Capital going, okay, that was a bit of a rookie error. The share price doesn't deserve to drop 30% off that, but that was a bit of a rookie error. Or did PwC come out and go, oh, we'll have your accounts ready by then, you can put a press release out for the 31st of March, and then they turn around on 2:30 on Wednesday saying, oh no, we don't have it ready. That's what I would like to hear a confirmation of. I've actually emailed investor relations on that and I haven't got a reply from them just yet, but I sent that at like 10 p.m. last night. So that's one of the things that I would like to know. The second thing is PwC. Obviously they're having major problems because there's multiple companies that they're not signing off the accounts off in time. Basically this 30% drop looks like it's because of the auditor, which isn't good enough. So one thing I would like to see S4 Capital do is move away from the current auditor because these sort of things are not good enough. And for the auditor, what looks like the auditor has caused a 30% dip in the share price, it's not great. And if they're having this many problems with so many companies, it's probably a good thing to probably move away from them. So that's, if anyone from S4 Capital is watching this and that is actually the problem, that's what my suggestion would be. And my third point for S4 Capital to take on board is that if I were S4 Capital now, if anything, this confirms seeing a 30% drop because of this news, that the auditor is having problems and can't sign off the account, and see your share price drop 30% is the biggest indication that we need to move from the UK stock market. It's a shame because obviously, we don't normally get these gems like S4 Capital on the UK stock market, but for a share price to drop 30% off this is ridiculous. It is a massive overreaction. And if we weren't on the UK AIM and we were on a more stable stock market, the New York Stock Exchange, do we generally think this would have happened? Do we think S4 Capital, which after a 30% drop, we're going to look at the valuation. After a 30% drop today, look at the valuation. Should S4 Capital be trading down at this sort of valuation? I don't think so. So I think this overreaction on the AIM and also the valuation it's at is an indication that S4 Capital needs to get off this exchange and move to a better one. And if I was management team, that's what I would definitely look to do. So that's my thoughts on the current situation. Like I said, I personally think 30% is a massive overreaction unless something does turn out to be with the actual financials. But what I take away from the actual facts here is that the auditor is having problems with multiple companies, and it's their fault that the accounts aren't signed off in time. So some things there that if I was at S4 Capital, their management team, I would take on board. But overall for me, it doesn't really, what I know at the moment, it doesn't affect my conviction in the stock. Now just going on to the financials point of view, if we actually look at the share price right now, it's still very much up from February 2020, which is positive. I mean, it's only up now 35%, which I don't think is a fair reflection, but we still are up from the pre-CV times, which is positive. But if you look at the company, I mean, in the back end of 2019, we're doing 250 million, and we've just closed at 653 million. The revenue's tripled, which is insane. So this company is nowhere near where it was 2 years ago. It's definitely shouldn't be up 35%. It should be up a lot more than that. But if we do look at this year, we're going to be very close to putting in 1 billion in revenue. Hopefully a bit decent amounts of profit. And even if they do 33 billion profit, the P ratio is not going to be too bad on this company. But look at the price sales ratio. You're talking that, it's a 900 million in revenue. It's currently valued at 1.7 billion. This company's trading on, is a one price to sales ratio. One price sales ratio for a company that is ramping up the profit a huge amount, that is growing, nearly 50% in revenue. If we look at the balance sheet as well, let's just have a quick look at the balance sheet. It's a pretty solid balance sheet, only 15% debt to equity. It's very healthy as well. This is a major growth company. The likes of these sort of companies, that these sort of valuation, this sort of growth. If you look at some similar ones on the US stock market, they're trading at 30 times sales, and this is down at a 1. The valuation is just bonkers for a company that is financially performing absolutely amazing. And without doubt, when we do look at the share price, for a £3 stock, it's ridiculous for me. This is easily right now should be probably at least a £6 stock, but I would even say that you could argue that this should be now pushing towards an £8-9 stock, which is massively undervalued. And that also confirms why I also suggested that moving to the New York Stock Exchange would probably not be a bad idea for this company to do in the next kind of 12 months. But going to the actual company, I kind of at the moment, I see a massive overreaction. I don't see that much risk when I look at the facts. Obviously that can change, something else might come out that there was some numbers that they weren't happy with. But at the moment, the facts do point out that the auditor is having problems with bullet pool companies and they are slow to sign off accounts. And judging on that this company right now to have a 30% dip is a massive overreaction for me. And I guess that kind of leads it to the last point, which is, did I buy? And at the moment of recording this video, I have currently bought a extra 50% increase in my S4 capital position, and potentially I could buy more in the next coming through today or maybe tomorrow. So I have been buying this dip in S4 capital. I don't normally do updates this quick talk about if I have bought on dips, but I have done today because I know you guys do appreciate that, and me trying to be as quick as I can following up with a response to that share price drop off. But I still have the confidence in this company, and I have been buying. So I hope this little update in S4 capital was useful. If you could hit the like button if you subscribe, and I'll see you next video.